Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading satellite office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Monday, March the 25th, 2013, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by wallstreettrading.com. Want to first off by taking a look to see how the indices are trading for the session here today. The Dow Jones is currently down about 73 points. The CompQ is down a little over 12.5 points. The Russell 2000 is down a point. The S&P is down a little over 5.5 points. If we take a look at the commodity space here via the ETFs, the USO is up 13 cents. GLD is down 39 cents. GDX is down 24 cents. JJC Copper is down 23 cents. Silver SLV is up 10 cents. Taking a look at the currencies here via the ETFs, FXE is down $1.31. UUP is up 13 cents. We have a weak euro today and a strong dollar, which is the mix that you need for usually a weak market, which is what we have here today. Let's see here. The oil index is down at $5.35, and the XLF, the financials, are down 8 cents. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts here, starting off with the ES 15-minute chart. Going into the morning session, we had the same setup here where we had this nice little selling pressure. As you can see, the market opened up right here. This is 9:30. So to the left of that, you can see we had some selling pressure coming overnight. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive lower closes, a little pause bar, and then again some more selling coming into the open. So right into the open, I was telling the guys in the room, look, guys, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive lower closes on the 15-minute chart of the ES. Let's see if the market could pop up a bit to see if we could try to get short and see if the market is a short. Excuse me. And that's exactly what happened. We then retraced back up 1, 2, 3 consecutive higher closes and then rolled right back over to the open. And then we just had some nice selling pressure coming in today, with the volume being there to prove it and to justify that we could get some nice selling pressure here. If you take a look at the 5-minute chart to see how the 5-minute chart set up, this is the little bounce up that we were waiting for. And then once we broke back below this 1554 level, that's when it was game on for the short side. And we had the trend on the 5-minute chart showing us that was a go. We had, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive lower closes, a little pause bar, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive closes, a little pause bar, 2 pull-ups, and some more selling pressure to the downside. So now the market's back down here near the 1544s. If you can see this little dot that we have right here, this is the opening price from Friday's action, which seems to be around the 1544 level. So right now we're chopping around Friday's price support level around 1544 from the opening price on Friday. If we break below that, look for a move back down towards 1541, and then look for a move towards 1538. If I bring my channel system over here on the ES, which I've been showing you guys lately in the videos and on our Facebook page, again, if you are not following us on Facebook, go to Wall Street Trading. Search Wall Street Trading and you'll be able to find us. If you do not have Facebook, just follow us on Twitter at WALST Trade, Wall Street Trade, and you'll be able to see some of our posts up as well that we have going on. So 60-minute chart of the ES. Again, the whole action that we're watching in this little yellow shaded area that I've been tracking with you guys since last week, we were looking for a hold above the top of this level. Going into this morning session, we did not get that hold above. Sellers came right in and had this nice little consolidation. Let me zoom in for you guys a bit here. Had this nice little consolidation right here set up against these two little channels, and to the downside we went. So some nice action there, and our lower targets got hit. I mean, we had S3 at 1550, and we already traded to a low of 1544 on the ES. So there's definitely some sellers in the market today here. Some of the weak stocks on the radar on the list today: LinkedIn's down $6.08 from the open. Amazon's down $3.40. Chevron, which has been a strong stock, is down $1.30. Some strong stocks in today's market is Visa. We've been talking about Visa in the chat room the whole morning. Nice bull flag set up on the 15-minute chart. Let me bring that up for you guys here. All right, but out of the gate, we caught this APOL trade, APOL. So let's go ahead and talk about some stocks that are in play this morning here. Starting off with our first trade that we called out in the My Wall Street TV chat room was APOL. We were looking for APOL to the long side outside the gate, had a nice little gap on it. Thing with this one did a nice little gap and go, but then it pretty much pulled in pretty nasty here. 1 second. All right, so you can see nice gap and go. We got long this stock right over the highs right here at 1865, and this thing was off to the races all the way to a high of 1960. Actually, 1865. Let's see here. Actually, no, I got long at 1890. Some guys probably in the room got long at 1865. If you follow us on the Facebook, all right, which I keep on saying that because I want you guys to follow us on the Facebook, you can see how we took the trade here. Let me just bring this up real quick. I can show you guys how we put the trade on, how I put the trade on this morning here and got everybody involved in the chat room. Again, this is our Facebook page, Wall Street Trading. Just go to Wall Street Trading, like the page, and you'll be able to see all the posts that we put. We post a lot of news information up. This is a trade from this morning. I'm going to expand for you guys here. This is an APOL trade. This morning I got long 1890. I sold some at 1920, sold some more at 1917. Sold the last piece at 1950. You can see here we called it right out in the chat room at 9:37. I typed it out in the chat room, and we have the trade orders here, so you can see that it's the real deal Holyfield. So a lot of good stuff going on, guys. You guys definitely want to make sure you're involved over here if you're looking to further yourself and shorten your learning curve and further your education and trading. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at the ETFs here. Sorry if I got off track for a second there. Let's take a look at the ETFs. SPY was not able to get over these 156.30s or so here. Sold all the way back down, broke back below the previous day's close, went negative. And then again, this thing as well obviously is holding right against Friday's opening price, which on the SPY happens to be around the 154.80 level. All right, if we take a look at the NASDAQ futures, 15-minute chart, NASDAQ futures, they gapped up here. Sold all the way down to the previous day's lows. We hit a high of 69. Actually, like about 68.95, and then we sold all the way back down to 68.13, previous day's lows, which we bounced off of there right now. And now this thing's just trying to chop around the 68.20 level. If we take a look at the IWM here, the IWM Russell 2000 as well, showing some relative weakness today compared to the other indices. It is the weakest index out there right now. The Dow Jones, it was the first one. The reason why I say that was because it was the first one to break below Friday's lows, but now it's trying to chop around Friday's lows. The other indices are still holding Friday's low. So IWM Russell 2000 here, trying to hold around the support around the 93.50 level. We get a bounce back up. You want to be watching this 94 area, which kind of coincides with the 200-day simple moving average on the 15-minute chart and also the previous day's lows. If we bounce up there, market's still looking pretty bearish. Of course, if this thing was to break down further, next support level would be like around 93.20 or so, 93.25. All right. So aside from that, guys, the market's looking pretty weak today, as you can see. And it's going to be very interesting to see today if the dip buyers come in or if the sellers hold control until the close. So aside from that, guys, keep an eye on Visa. Maybe it wants to get another push up. Keep an eye on APOL. APOL just triggered through that 50-cent level that we were watching, and it's getting a bounce up right now. And that's about it, folks. I'll catch you guys in the room. mywallstreettv.com. To get access to log into the room, you want to go to wallstreettrading.com and fill out the form on the right-hand side. Have a good night, folks. See you guys after the close. Cheers.